Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your love reading. Let's jump right into this pre-shuffle. We open in a bit of a difficult place here with the Nine of Swords. So someone's under quite a bit of mental stress here. This is called the Nightmare card. So something's going very wrong. I can't quite tell yet if this is you, Virgo, or your person. We're right at the surface of the energy, but somebody's very, very stressed out and not knowing what to do. Someone may not be sleeping, staying up all night, worrying, a lot of stress. Yeah, here with the Ten of Wands, this is very, very burdensome. So these are two difficult cards to open. The silver lining is that nines are the end in tarot, and tens are where the loose ends get tied up, where the cycle really gets wrapped up, and a new one has room to start to begin. So this escalation, as difficult as it is from the 9 to the 10, I actually think that's good, Virgo, right? Someone's getting to the end of a very burdensome, very difficult cycle, right? Yeah. Heading towards a Ten of Pentacles, right? But there's a some kind of huge obstacle, a burden that someone needs to get over first, and they're having trouble dealing with it mentally, right? But this Ten of Pentacles is right here. It's right underneath this energy, right? One of the apex cards of the Minor Arcana, right? The having it all card, right? Where everything you want comes in. Wow. Yeah, I understand why this Four of Cups is here. When people get into this Nine of Swords energy, sometimes the only way or the first step out of it is this is a kind of withdrawal, right? Just get away from the things that are triggering you or making your life difficult. It can give you some distance to assess things, right? This person is looking at these three cups that they're not satisfied with, right? They're at risk of missing this fourth cup that's coming into them, right? But I do think this step needs to happen. I don't usually like the Four of Cups, but as a step back from this Nine of Swords, I think it's actually a step forward, not a step back, actually. Yeah. Someone's being sneaky here with the Seven of Swords. That might be contributing to this mental stress. There's something someone's hiding, or maybe they feel something's being hidden from them, right? Yeah. This independence, I think I understand now. Yeah. So if someone is feeling very burdened about, I think, a Ten of Pentacles. I think they do want a Ten of Pentacles, but maybe this Ten of Pentacles is the thing that they're not satisfied with, right? And they've been having to hide that. I beg your pardon, right? They've been hiding this, and I think they want to get out of this situation, right? They want to step down from this 10 to this 9 and become independent and go off on their own, right? Yeah, this 10 of Pentacles, for some reason, is a part of this burden, right? Somebody still wants a Ten of Pentacles, just not the one that they're in. Yeah, wow. All right, so I like to shuffle a bit more and have another look at the bottom of the deck, right? Get deeper into the energy before I cut the cards, I beg your pardon, and pull the reading. I'm gonna shuffle a bit more and think about, where this might be going. Someone looks like they have a difficult decision to make, or maybe they've made that difficult decision, because that Nine of Pentacles energy came through very strong, right? It felt like the strongest card in that pre-shuffle to me, the idea of independence and standing on your own 2 feet. Somebody wants that. There are ways to do that in a Ten of Pentacles, right? Because it should be you should be an individual in your relationships, right? So for some of you, I think this is somebody who wants to leave. For others of you, I think fewer, unfortunately, depending on your take on the situation. It's somebody who needs more independence in their current situation, right? They feel tied down and burdened. They need some independence, right? For some people, it's going to mean leaving completely. For others, it might mean kind of withdrawing for a while, or maybe just having that difficult discussion about, what's not going well, right? What needs to change, right? But it's keeping somebody up at night, right? It's keeping somebody up at night. Okay, let me shuffle just a bit more. Okay. Yeah. Two of Wands. Someone has set an intention and they're making plans here, right? It's a card of strategic planning. So for those of you where this is somebody who actually wants to become single, to me this is reinforcing that, because this is a card of strategic planning. It's about long-term planning, right? It might circle back to that Ten of Pentacles, but it's feeling a bit less like that now, but we'll see where this goes. Yeah. The Hermit, it's your card, Virgo. This was at the bottom of the deck when I actually picked it up to shuffle for that pre-shuffle, right? Yeah, somebody's planning on going into Hermit mode. They're planning on not just becoming single, but like withdrawing almost completely, right? I'm reading this more as a card of separation. For a narrow band of energy, it is about somebody taking some time to themselves to maybe meditate and gain some more wisdom. For the overwhelming majority of people, it's somebody who wants to be on their own, right? For a long time, I think. Yeah. Wow. Wheel of Fortune is here to turn things. I think this Two of Swords energy, I beg your pardon, Two of Wands energy is here because somebody can feel that the energy is here for a drastic change to be made. Yeah, this person is prepared to go off on their own and be single for a long time, right? They do want that Ten of Pentacles, but they've found I don't know, a new perspective where they're fine being on their own. That's a big step. That's a big step. What's after this? Yeah, Ace of Cups. Yeah, somebody wants a new beginning in love. They're dissatisfied where they are. That Ten of Pentacles, there wasn't a lot of warmth or emotion coming off of that card. That Four of Cups felt like that's how somebody has been living for a while, just kind of detached emotionally from their situation. Yeah, they want a new beginning in love. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional pain and heartbreak here. Yeah, over a long-term commitment. That Ten of Pentacles usually does represent a long-term commitment, and this Hierophant is here to say yes, there's been a lot of pain there. The Star is here to say that this is going to heal, right? This is going to heal. I don't know what that means, right? Because like I said, for some of you, I think someone is leaving. That's what healing means to them, right? For others, it's gonna mean trying to repair this, right? I'm not getting it as somebody being in limbo or not having made a decision. I'm seeing it as two separate groups of people that I'm talking to. They're two different interpretations to the energy, right? Let me see what's here. Yeah, forward movement. Someone's gathering the strength. Yeah, they want this cup of love. They want to give and receive this kind of Knight of Cups energy, this idea of a true emotional offer. That's what somebody's looking for, going back to that Ace of Cups, yeah. So another interpretation of it is, yeah, somebody wants a fresh Ace of Cups, and it is going to cause pain in their current situation, right? Yeah, it is going to cause pain in their current situation. So there is a bit of a breakup theme happening, right? A bit of a breakup theme. I think that Taurus had something not exactly similar, but enough for me to mention it, right? So maybe check out that reading to see if there are more messages for you. The overall energy here is a Six of Pentacles, this idea of equal give and take, right? Maybe this is something that's been missing in that Ten of Pentacles as well, because when this card shows up, it means that something's off balance. It can be fixed without too much effort, but it does show that there's something that needs to be brought into balance. Yes, somebody needs to give more. Sometimes I see this Page of Pentacles, you know, what they give is of some value, but it's small. And in something like a Ten of Pentacles, where it's supposed to be a King and Queen of Pentacles, maybe somebody's been breadcrumbing the other person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's judgment in play here. So this is bigger than it seemed, right? Because judgment is the second to last card in the major arcana, right? It shows up right before the world. It's the step that needs to be complete before a major life cycle can close out, right? And it requires a lot of negative themes and emotions and thoughts and feelings and actions to be brought to the surface and be judged, right? It's an energy of redemption in a way, and second chances. So for, like I said, for some of you, it does mean that the Hierophant energy will be healed and this relationship will be saved. For others of you, I don't know, right? It's looking more like someone's going to leave here with this Fool. The Fool packs light, there's no baggage, right? It's the opposite of a Ten of Pentacles, right? Yeah, Six of Swords. For the overwhelming majority of you, this means someone's leaving. Yeah, there's that energy of separation with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, someone decides, I don't want to do this anymore with the Six. I don't want to try and balance this. An energy of separation, of leaving someone out in the cold. All right, let's pull this reading. I'm going to pull 5 cards. All right. So what's the energy in Virgo's connection with their person? King of Cups. I'm not surprised to see this. It's a bit of a withholding energy in terms of emotions, right? Someone is pulling back, right? Someone's pulling back. Yeah, it might also represent that kind of breadcrumbing energy I talked about, where someone has been holding back and the other person is matching that energy now. So both people are kind of withholding. Yeah, there's not a lot of warmth coming off of this card. It doesn't always have to be that way, because sometimes that withholding can be about discernment, about not being too free about who you give your love to, right? That's not what I'm picking up here. I'm getting more of a withholding energy. How is Virgo's person behaving in the 3D? Yeah, they're keeping secrets. This person is keeping secrets. And suppressing things, I think, that are tied back to their emotions, right? That Four of Pentacles sometimes can be an energy of somebody who doesn't speak up when they're emotionally dissatisfied. They kind of sit there like with their back up against that tree, looking at the 3 cups and being upset but not saying anything. I think your person has been suppressing these feelings of dissatisfaction for some time. Virgo. What's in Virgo's person's soul? Ace of Wands, yeah. I'm not surprised to see this. They want a new beginning. They want passion, right? They don't like being in this withholding energy. They want to break free from it, right? And they've been suppressing that for some time. Yeah, it's just like it's coming to a head. It's almost like a dam is gonna break, maybe. All right, so what is the hidden message from the universe? 10 of Cups, very interesting. I think these people have that 10 of Pentacles. I think it's very, very practical in some way, right? It feels almost like a business relationship, right? I don't see it as a 10 of Cups. I think maybe sometimes these people pretend it is, right? But I'm not getting that. Off of this card, what I'm getting is that there's a bit of a show being put on, right? I call this Rainbow the Light Show sometimes. You know, it's a projection for other people's consumption. There's some of that going on here. It's not quite as strong as it was in Taurus reading, right? But there is some of that going on here. Because there are at least cups in this connection, right? That didn't really come through for Taurus, right? I think when this relationship started, it wasn't like this, but over time, something seems to have shifted, and people are I don't know if their feelings have changed, if they've lessened. Yeah, people are withholding. What's the potential final outcome? Ace of Swords, yeah, that's the truth, right? The truth is being told. Yeah, it's this Ace of Swords is read back with this moon, right? Um, yeah, these secrets that someone has been keeping, this dissatisfaction is going to come to the surface, and they're going to speak their truth. It's not clear how that's going to play out yet, right? It's unclear. So this is so depending on where you fit into the situation, Virgo, you might be the one who needs to speak up, or maybe you need to ask somebody what's wrong, right? Maybe you can sense it, right? Yeah. I don't think there's a need for an extended, but I'm going to take a closer look at the moon just because there is something hidden here. Try and figure out what that might be. Get just a bit more information, right? Clarify the moon, right? So why is the moon here? 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 Oops. Why is the moon here? 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 So usually a very jumpy deck. I'm surprised nothing has come out yet. Yeah, it's telling me that this energy of concealment is quite strong, right? Quite a lot of cards came out, but I'm gonna take, well, maybe not that many. Felt like more than it was. So we open with the Hangman here for the clarification, right? Yeah, it goes back to that hermit energy, this idea of somebody taking some time to themselves and looking at things, looking at their life, looking at this connection probably from a different angle, and gaining some wisdom and some knowledge and some enlightenment about what's going on. Yeah. I'm not surprised to see this tower. Like I said, for most of you, I think this is going to cause a lot of upheaval. For somebody, it's going to be a breakup, right? This change in perspective is going to cause some kind of a cataclysm, right? It's going to cause a tower. The way someone's seeing things now has caused the tower, right? There's success on the other side of this here with the sun, right? The sun here is going to drive out the shadows that can sometimes be there with the moon. And remember that the tower can also be a card of revelation of some truth coming out, right? So I think this is going to be a big shock whenever this is when these truths here with the Ace of Swords are spoken, right? Yeah, and somebody's going to act. This is all major arcana here with this moon, right? It's all major arcana. This magician is willing to make a big change. It's a big card of action, right? So the idea of a lot having to change, it's clear, right? Like I said, I think for most people, it will unfortunately involve someone leaving, right? Well, maybe not unfortunately. Let me not say that, because if someone's unhappy and they feel like they'll be happy somewhere else, it's probably it is best for them to head off on their own. But I'm not getting an acrimonious relationship, right? I'm not getting, I've mentioned the Taurus reading a couple of times. There's heavy devil energy and a lot of, negative things happening there. I'm not getting that here, Virgo. I'm just getting people who maybe have grown apart, right? What's at the bottom of this deck? Yeah, the world. Major cycle is closing. The major cycle is closing. I think for most of you that will mean that this relationship is one of the things that comes to an end. Yeah, there's that isolation with the hermit again, Virgo, right? I think for the overwhelming majority of you, it will mean that somebody leaves this connection. Sorry if that disappoints. If you're the one who wants to leave, it's clear in the cards why that might be wise and why that might be best for you, and I wish you the best of luck. That's the message. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm new to the platform and I appreciate any support. Even just being here, still watching means a lot. So thanks again, and I'll be back soon with more messages.